This is the area where the pit bull that killed Anastasia Bingham was kept, and now Hinds County deputies believe the scene of a dogfighting ring. Now this is the chain where that pit bull was being kept, but as you can see, it broke and that dog broke loose and went on to kill Anastasia Bingham.
When they killed me, they were fighting them out there. I could hear the dog out there growling and stuff.
Rufus Jordan heard this dog and several others because they lived in his backyard. Now recent blood tests prove this is the deadly dog that killed little Anastasia. Do you know if the dog has been used in a dog fighting ring before?
Yeah, they used me in a dog fighting ring before.
Jordan is wheelchair bound and wouldn't show us his face. He did show us where he says the pit bull's owner set up a dog fighting ring in his backyard. Did they ask you to fight him up? They just came and started fighting the dogs.
I'm in a wheelchair, baby. I can't do too much.
Jordan says the pit bull's owner brought the dogs to his yard about a year ago. The owner told Jordan he couldn't keep them in his Jackson apartment. Not long after, kennels, chains, and a makeshift pen popped up. The dog owner was keeping the dog over here. Was it tied up?
It was. It broke loose.
Broke loose and mauled little Anastasia to death in this ditch days before her 6th birthday.
I love her, and she got people all around her in heaven.
Anastasia's grandmother, Mabel Bingham, says she heard about the dogfighting ring, but she never imagined the violence would tear her family apart.
If my dog would kill one of his children, how would he feel toward me? And I want that answer.
Hinds County officials say the search is on for the dog's owner. Jordan says he hasn't talked to him. Have you heard from the dog owner since everything happened?
No.
As Jordan and Bingham are left with unanswered questions, finding the man who owned Anastasia's killer will mean a whole lot to them both.
If I can't get what I want, I'm gonna die trying. Cause somebody's gonna pay for her death. I'm gonna see to that.
Anastasia's grandmother says she won't rest until that owner is behind bars. Reporting in Terry, Jessica Larche, Fox 40 News at 9.
A walking trail that encourages physical activity is one reason why First Lady Michelle Obama was here at Pecan Park Elementary School to launch her Let's Move campaign. School leaders say good health contributes to success in the classroom. The First Lady walked the track that circles Pecan Park's playground. 27 students were picked to show their daily activities on the school's playground. Students walked with Mrs. Obama along with Governor Haley Barbour and First Lady Marsha Barbour. The students played games in various sports that encourages them to be active. The students say this is a day they won't forget.
It was really exciting. It was a great privilege to have her here. It was really amazing. I had fun.
I had butterflies in my stomach because I knew she was going to be here. I'm like, I'm going to get a chance to see her.
Now, coming up on Fox 40 News at 9, we'll tell you the other healthy initiatives and programs here at Pecan Park Elementary. In Jackson, Dustin Barnes, Fox 40 News. The scene here on the Capitol steps resembled a pep rally as students, faculty, and alumni from the state's 3 HBCUs just took over the Capitol today. They say their presence here shows that they care about the future of these institutions. It was standing room only in and outside of the Senate education hearing. Folks from Alcorn State, Jackson State, and Mississippi Valley State sat in to hear from Higher Ed Commissioner Hank Bounds on the budget crisis for the state's 8 universities. Many who sat in on the hearing agree the state is in a money crisis, but it's not the time to close schools. These proud supporters say they aren't backing down.
Says that we will not stand for a merger of these 3 institutions. We will not limit the education possibilities for African Americans in the state of Mississippi.
Now, representatives from these 3 schools say they'll be back at the Capitol as the legislative process continues. The 3 schools have individually planned days. They'll meet right back here on these steps. In Jackson, Dustin Barnes, Fox 40 News. Now, before students pack these buses, school officials consider several factors to make sure your kids get to school safely. Rankin County school officials woke up early Thursday morning and sat in on Weather Service meetings to decide if they were to hold school. Transportation officials say it's all about the student safety. They also consider parents, too. Officials understand that parents have to take off work and find sitters for their children if schools close. They want to keep parents off the road in inclement weather, too.
Our parents and our students are the number one thing that we'll shut it down for everybody's safety.
Now, coming up on Fox 40 News at 9, we talk to school officials about the number of days districts get for inclement weather. In Rankin County, Dustin Barnes, Fox 40 News.